All right, guys, this is the first of 4 videos that we are going to post. We're going to start with doing an evac on a Hyundai. John, what year car is this?
2017 Santa Fe.
All right, so we're going to work on this 2017 Santa Fe, perform our first step in the AC service, which is going to be an evacuation of the system. Hey, John, can you identify our high side and low side lines, please?
Our high side line is going to be here, and our low side line is going to be right back there.
All right. So our high side will also be identified with a cap that has
Usually a letter H.
the letter H. So, process of elimination, John. You want to grab that one in the back there for our low side line, identified by L for low. All right, cool.
And the other thing to notice is that the service port for the high side is bigger than the service port on the low side, so you can't even cross them. So if you try to put the low side hose on the high side, do not force it because it's a different diameter, and it is done that way purposely.
All right. So let's jump back to our machine. Let's grab our lines and our hookups.
Take note, high side is red, low side is blue. Matter of fact, when you look at the machine, blue, red. Everything is done so it's not confusing. When you put these on, there's actually a collar you lift back, slide it on like an air hose, and you lock it down with the turn knob. You give it a little pull, then you have to turn it to lock it. Now it won't move or anything like that.
So you can actually see here, after we connect it, there's open. Open is turned clockwise. So that's our low side. John will go back to our high side, try to get a better picture. So pull up the collar, slide it on there. You hear it click, secure fit, open up the valve. Nice. All right, so we'll come back to our machine again. We're only going to perform an evacuation of the system.
So on the evac on this machine, they call it recovery. So if you look, you'll see it right there. Turn the knob. You're also going to look at the high side, and it's also going to have that. When you go, this number is always telling you what's inside the tank, inside the machine. That's what we have to work with. So you're going to hit this button. It tells you the directions. Open panel. Open coupler valves, press start. It's going to clear any crap that's in the lines and purge the lines before we start the process. When you do a recovery, like I said, you never touch the machine. Because if you notice, you'll see how sensitive it can be.
So as the machine starts to recover or evacuate the system, we'll see our scale start to build. A good reference also on this car is it will give us the values of our refrigerant of 134A, which should be approximately 600 grams plus or minus 25 grams. We did ask Google, and that comes out to 1.32 pounds. So for a properly full, brand new operating system, our goal is to be somewhere around 600 grams or roughly 1.32 pounds of Freon. So we'll let this system start to continue to evac, bring those values down. Also, as you watch your gauges, you'll start to see our pressures drop as well. one of the first things we'll also be able to see, or very apparent, is that our high side will actually drop faster than our low side. Right now we're still about 1.1 pounds. We should still have some more to go. This is a new vehicle that has not been touched. System, as we know, has not been compromised. So we'll see how much we actually finish off with. As the system still begins to draw down, you'll see that our high side has almost come to 0, and our low side has significantly dropped. We started at around 40. We're a bit more than halfway down. We're still recovering. Again, we're about 600 grams, plus or minus 25 grams, so we are still within the specified range. Our high side has dropped down to about 0, and our low side is under 10. Still getting a recovery, a draw on the system of about 1.65 pounds. So we're still off the scale of 600 grams plus or minus 25 grams. We've reached 0 psi on our high side, and our low side is just starting to drop, finally under about 5 pounds. Still within spec. So it looks like our evac, or our recovery process, has slowed. We're at 1.77 pounds. Our gauges read 0 psi high side, and we're starting to show a bit of a negative value on our low side. Real quick, if we go over to our low side, we're actually starting to create a negative pressure. The next step on our recovery is to also drain and extract the oil from the system. So on this machine setup, we can actually come down here and see the old oil from the system that's been removed as part of our recovery or evac procedure. We come back to the top of our screen. Our recovery is complete. We recovered 1.80 pounds of our total recovery of this brand new vehicle.